You are not going to believe I just received in my PO box, and it has made my damn day, no, my whole week, the year. This has made 2020 kind of alright again, because I haven't laughed in so long. So, I get the post today, and I received this into my PO box. I was like, oh lovely, a letter from a viewer. Lovely, lovely. I didn't realise how lovely it would be. Just to give you a tiny bit of backstory, I know a lot of you who have been around here for years. I was trying to figure this out just with Mom. Like, I think this has got to be about 4 years ago. That's when we were in New Zealand, 4.5 maybe? A long time ago now, feels like forever ago. Well, we had a bit of a nightmare landlord situation now. There are 2 videos on this, where he comes round, he goes into our room, refuses to move, we have to get the police, he gets arrested, he starts back-chatting the line to the police, I film it all. It was a crazy time. And if you were there during it, you remember, it was nuts. So there are 2 videos already on my channel about this just crazy landlord, my God. And I thought, you know, he's gonna carry on being a terrible landlord to everyone. I'm sure the police will get involved many more times. So, I'm gonna link those 2 videos down below if you want to go and get the full scoop of as it happens, me actually filming him in our room, filming when the police come. It's nuts. I won't waste any time because I know the ones who do know, you already know and you want to know what's going on. So, I got a letter saying, hi PsychoTraveller, I caught your YouTube video 4 years ago about your landlord in Auckland, New Zealand. I was checking a newspaper website and printed this off for you. Yours, Alan. Alan. You could have sent me the link and it wouldn't have had the impact that this has had on my day. Please, sit back. Get a cup of tea. Last page, I've got to warn you, is everything. It's everything. Because I think you did that on purpose, didn't you, Alan? You replaced the first page and put it at the back. A landlord escorted off an already occupied property during the lockdown in handcuffs by police immediately went around the corner and tried to gain entry to another of his flats. Landlord Mark David Phillip, who is now staying in a taxpayer-funded lockdown hotel. Doesn't sound like him. See, the thing is, he was always really dodgy. He'd have loads of aliases, loads of mail come under different names that he'd tell us that were his. Like, it was dodgy. And I think I do include it in one of the old videos. When we went and gave statements and stuff, the top guy, like chief officer person in the police, started looking into him. And my God, he found, I'm not gonna talk about that here, but he found stuff like dodgy, let's just put it that way. He had repeatedly tried to move into one of his Mount Eden rental properties on the day 1 of the national level 4 lockdown. Shocking. That's the house that I lived in, insisting it was his permanent residence. But his stunned tenants phoned the police, yes, get in there, saying he'd turned up uninvited and without notice. Again, so out of character. He like never did that when we lived there. Not only for the time he tried to kick us out onto the street, literally just kick us out when we were going to be leaving in like 2 or 3 days. So it doesn't sound like him. It doesn't sound like, we've done nothing by the way. He was just desperate for money. And I know why he was desperate for money. On a 3rd occasion, they say he gained access by dashing inside when they went to see who was knocking at the door. Now this is weird because this house, if it is the one in Mount, because I'm pretty sure he owned 2 in Mount Eden. If it is the one, it's like a 3-story house. No, 1, 2, and like a little, yeah, 2 bedrooms up top. So 3-story-ish house. Really nice house. Like completely rent to the ground. Shocking, I know. But all the doors, except for our bedroom was at the front of the drive. If you've seen the videos, you know what I mean. So I don't know how, like, they were always open upstairs. We always left them open. They were never locked. We never had keys to them, which left them open. So maybe it is another house. I don't know. 5 housemates who were renting the 4-bedroom villa. See, when you say villa, there was 1, 2, 3. It is for how, it's a house. It's not a villa. I don't know. Now say they feel unsafe after their landlord's unannounced lockdown intrusions and have fashioned internal locks and devised a secret knocking system for added security. I feel ya. I feel ya. He's still at it. He's still doing it. He's still just turning up and doing what he wants as if it's his house. And it is really like, I got so panicky. And when we had to call the police and wait for them, like, oh, mate, it's horrible. I do feel for these people. There's nothing normal about this situation, says Rachel, one of the housemates, who is an essential worker. Philip, who is listed as living at the property in the 2017 electoral roll, says it's his main premises. Sorry, his main residence, despite spending most of last year overseas. Yeah, he did do random trips away. There weren't holidays, there weren't, you know, going hiking in Peru. It was weird. It was shifty. AF. And yes, he might have been on the 2017 electoral roll, but it would not surprise me if he lied. When police officers showed up, he claimed that he was simply following Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern's advice by going home to the property he owns to stay in his bubble. They marched him away from the property and warned him to stay away. But Philip claims it was the police officers who suggested he should go to another of his properties. That's what police told me to do. I couldn't believe it. Take me out of one bubble and shove me into another one. Shut up, Mark. I'm guessing that means kicked me out of my house. I said, where am I supposed to go? They said, go to your other house. I said, why are you taking me out of this? I don't even have a room there. That's why I've chosen to be in the first flat, because I have an empty room there and that's where I was going to be for the next 4 weeks. They took me out and said, go to your other place. Well, you've got to be kidding. He claims that when he went to his other rental property just miles away, he had no intention of staying there. Philip says he just picked up some personal items and left. That's it. I'm not going to sleep on the couch for a month. Are you dreaming? That's hilarious. Because, if you've watched the follow-up video that I did of how we did actually get out of that house with a little, you know, karma for him, go watch the video. Sleep on the couch. Funny. You'll get it. If you know, you know. But the Herald has been told by tenants that he repeatedly tried to gain access to the second property. They said he went there twice on Thursday, day 1 of the lockdown, and once the next day. Tenants made it very clear each time that he was not welcome to come in and he was breaching lockdown. Police were informed and officers advised them to call 111 if he returned. Who said he plans to file a complaint with the Independent Police Conduct Authority, is also embroiled in ongoing tenancy tribunal proceedings with some tenants of the first Mount Eden property. That's weird, like that's shocking. You do have to go to a tribunal. What would you have done? Such a great landlord. And now the Herald can reveal that just last year, Philip was reprimanded by the Tenancy Tribunal for breaching a number of provisions in the Act relating to another property that he owns just around the corner. It included failing to comply with smoke alarm requirements, lodge bond, providing an installation statement, or provide documents. What documents? We found it on Gumtree and moved in. That's all he got done for? Would you like some more to take him back with? Would you? If we'd have stayed in New Zealand, we could have taken ours probably to another level at the tribunal. You lucky we left. The Tenancy Tribunal found Philip, who was noted was often overseas for extended periods and wouldn't put in place appropriate arrangements for landlord duties in his absence, was patently unaware of his obligations as a landlord. That is where one of the biggest things from my story comes in. He will leave, he will go and do nothing to sort out anything at the property. As in, the internet will go off. Well, that's right, I just get the internet in your name, sort it out. No, we rent rooms in this house. You are, as we came in, you will provide and yada yada. We'll pay you X amount for water, gas, electricity, internet. It's all in the package. So now you're telling us as travellers we have to take out a contract for broadband. And you wondered why I deducted that from the rent. And then you started screaming. Because it wasn't my job. I ain't paying for it. I'll take out a contract, not a problem. We all will, we'll figure it out. Well, you ain't doing it for free, mate. Philip denies any wrongdoing and today said he was challenging that decision and awaiting a rehearing date. It is July 23rd, 2019 decision. The tribunal ruled that Philip must immediately pay a tenant $2,000 in exemplary damages. Excellent, I hope you enjoy your money. Philip has found parts of the tribunal hearing funny and failed to understand its seriousness. I can just imagine him standing there, giggling, smirking, laughing. Oh, I have no confidence from Mr. Phillips' evidence today that he has even a minimal understanding of his obligations as a landlord, the tribunal said in its decision. Brilliantly said. Brilliantly said. Such orders are not made lightly, as a further breach may result in conviction, which is far more serious than an award of exemplary damages. The tribunal also restrained Philip for a further 2 years from committing a further act of the same kind for which exemplary damages have been awarded. It is hoped that Mr. Philip will take note of the matters raised in the hearing and address these immediately if he intends to self-manage the tenancy or consider appointing an experienced agent to manage it for him. No, you see, because if he went through an estate agent, he wouldn't be able to walk all over and just swindle his way through life, and he'd have to pay them a massive chunk, and yeah, he couldn't do all the illegal things. He wouldn't be able to just rock on up, would he? He still would. Imagine him having to go to an estate agent, someone having to deal with him. No, Mr. Phillip, we're going to take care of all of this now. You know, this is our job. We'll be doing, you know, getting people in, the evictions, we'll be sorting everything out, checks, you know, all of that. We'll sort it out. And he's like, no, I don't like that. I want to sort it out. I go around and make them feel uncomfortable and then try and kick them out one day because I need money. So I'm going to just move this person in who can give me money, who wants the room, and then they're going to call the police on me, and I'm going to sit in their room for 4 hours. And take a nap, lie down on our sofa in our room and take a nap while we wait for the police. You've got to watch those videos. But then, the best thing is the last page of this is actually the front page, and I'm wondering, Alan, did you do this so when I saw it, I'd literally scream? Are you ready? Yes! Yes! Oops, he did it again. Landlord tries to move into second rent. Look, Mark! Hey, Mark. I kind of want to frame it. I'm not gonna lie. Kind of want to frame it. Don't want to see his face every day, not gonna lie. But this, you could have sent a link, but you didn't. You printed it for me and put this at the back, so when I couldn't stop laughing, you literally made me suffocate. This is just, I need to look on Google now. There's gotta be other things. I was wondering whether my videos were mentioned in the article. I was like, is that why you're sending it? I don't know. They weren't. And it's just, yeah, it doesn't surprise me. I thought it'd be a really cool throwback to those good old days. Like I said, I'll link those videos down below for you. It's been a long time now. But we'll never forget him. We will never forget you, Mark, and your antics seem to just never end. And, you know, whatever, if you weren't hurting people, disrupting people, stressing people out, people having to, you know, spend money that they shouldn't be spending, then I wouldn't have a problem with you, but I do, majorly. You're just terrible in all kinds of ways. And you shouldn't be able to own properties and rent them out. That was brilliant, fantastic, had to come on, read that out, share that moment with you, because I don't know why, it's just like, I feel for the people. Like, I've always thought that guy, and I always talk about it nowadays. I wonder who's living there now. Is there anyone that lived there then? They're still living there now? I highly doubt it. If they're smart, they all want to get out. Don't think any of them want to live there. So, God, I wonder who's living there now. I wonder what he's doing to them and ripping them off, or like coming into the house, or is he pulling any of his antics again? And we've always just thought about that property and like, oh, if only we could have left some sort of sign. Don't do it, don't do it, don't rent this room, don't do it, it's not worth it, seriously, pay more money, go somewhere else. I hope they're all alright, and hopefully they are getting some justice from that crap. So, I'm gonna love you and leave you. Yeah, just thought it'd be nice to reminisce. Hope you're all staying safe and well, and yeah, I'll talk to you in the next video, but thank you so much, Alan. I don't know, but you've really just made my, it's the photo, really. It's the photo. The article was great, but that full-size picture photo brought back all the feels, you know? All of the feels. So thank you, Alan. I do appreciate it. If you want to send me any letters or postcards, then you can. This week I'm going to be writing a big batch of postcards to send back to people, so include a return address if you want one back. I'll leave it down below. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Oh, memories all alone in the moonlight. Is that the song? Is that the song? It is now. Alright.